In the year 2014, a new squad of operatives was chosen by the College of Illusion. These fools promptly went on to frustrate their DM at every opportunity. Today, still working together, because really, who else would work with them? They survive as adventurers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the Second Breakfast Club.
Tony Kinney as Eddie Falzone.
Jess Owen as Adira Glow.
Michael Cole as Uorag.
Jesse Wicks as Phil Quiverlance.
Nico Rodriguez as your DM.
Welcome back to the continuing tales of A Fool's Quest.
So, when last we left our fools, you were all doing an interrogation. You made it back to the Forsaken City. You talked to the Dean Smelting. You actually got rid of Valley. She's gone now.
She's gone.
Literally gone.
Ever.
She left. And now you found out that the Infinite Page of Illusion is missing, and the Dean has asked you to throw a curveball at their 3 unsuspecting suspects. Thanks.
Wow, I can't say it.
Words are hard.
And you already interviewed one named RT or
PD.
You already named one. Fuck me talking.
Rewind.
You already interviewed one named PD Arsenal, and then you currently are talking to Furbolg, who is a conjurer from the Conjuration Nation who has diplomatic immunity, and he said that he will tell you the truth.
Let's hear it, Furbol.
So, Furbol says, okay, I was hired as part of a team in order to retrieve the Illusion Nation spy list. It was a counter-spy program put together by a man I thought was from the Evocation Nation. I don't think he's a warlock, but he definitely has much stronger magic than I do. The job wasn't sanctioned by the Conjuration Nation. That's why I will probably have to stand trial there. And honestly, the Conjuration Nation would never send somebody to try and infiltrate the Forsaken City. So that's a little bit on me. At first, the evoker that I was traveling with, or the person that I thought was an evoker, said he was just going to show me the way to the Forsaken City. But while I traveled, he told me about the spy list and how they could learn where the Illusion Nation spies were and all the code names that they used. So obviously, I was very interested in getting that evoker. He said his name was Heaven Spacey. He wore thin armor and he easily could dispel illusion magic. But he also had a magic item with him. So that's why I think he might have just been an evoker with that magic item that could dispel the illusion magic. But he used that dispelling stuff to make his way around. His right-hand lady was a fighter named Star, and she had a double-edged sword and was always down for violence. In fact, we came across some druids, and the idea from Heaven Spacey was to get the druids and to help, or that they were supposed to help get us into the Forsaken City, right? But one of them got on Star's nerves, and she killed them all. And the other was a big hulking guy. At first, I thought he was the muscle, but it turns out he was actually an artificer, and he had some really neat tricks. His name was Dust. And he worked on some magic items that the evoker had with him. Just some interesting weird stuff that they used. I didn't really see it in play, but they would like stash them places while we were going around. It was very strange. And then there was a lockmaster that went by the name Sunshine. And a bard named Ray.
And what do they look like?
Well, so Sunshine was just a small person, little halfling, but they were really great with locks. And Ray, she was just kind of a badass. She had a flute, and she told us all these stories about band camp, and yeah.
Perfect.
Calm down, Bill.
Ray
Calm
had
down.
knowledge about the vault, though.
I would never, with a flautist?
Ray had knowledge about the vault.
Yep, said that they had heard some tales while they were traveling about the vault. Sunshine was supposed to break us in, and then Dust was on security duty, obviously, looking for any kind of traps or tech that we might not have expected. Heaven and Star were in charge, but I think Heaven was more in charge, and Star was kind of like the bodyguard for the evoker. And I was supposed to come because my ability to conjure fire would be important if we found the spy records. We were going to burn them. And I mean, that was only if we couldn't smuggle them out. I was just supposed to burn them. So that was kind of what I was there. So then, you know, when we were raiding the place, everything went wrong. And I mean, everything was going well to begin with. We got in, we did everything we were supposed to, got all the magic items. I had gotten the stuff, and things were going really well. And then one by one, all my friends started to die. You know, all 5 of them. They just died. And so I did what I was supposed to do when things looked like they went wrong, and I conjured up a bonfire, because I'm only a low-level caster, but I am really good at conjuring low-level verbal spells, and conjuring a bonfire is one of them, so I conjured the bonfire there. But I don't have your infinite page, and I don't know where your other magic items are, and all 5 of my friends are dead. Well, I guess they're not really my friends.
How did they die?
Well, I don't know. I didn't see it happen. I was, you know, just kind of following along with Ray for a little while once we got in there, and we were supposed to look through things while the others were searching around for more stuff, and we were supposed to stay toward the back until they needed me. And then I heard them all screaming from different parts of from the vault. I couldn't see any of them die, but you know, I heard that they're dead.
Well, they found 4 bodies in that vault. And the remains of it, the ashes.
That must be incorrect. There should be 5.
Not 4.
Have they taken... Well... I feel like he needs to be taken to possibly identify these guys.
Yeah, we'll see. I think we should go talk to Bert Stormwanker.
Is there anybody around that we can, like, maybe ask them to have him taken to view the bodies to see if they're his friends?
They were guards. Yeah.
I think that we should do that. It seems like time's of the essence, so...
Yeah. Yeah, when we go out, we'll grab one of the guards and be like, listen, escort that guy over to view the bodies. It seems like they might be his friends. If he can identify them, it might help us track down whatever was stolen from the vault.
And find out who is left.
And it might help us find out who's missing, because he said there were 5 of them. We only got 4 bodies. If you need to run it by the dean, run it by the dean first, but he'll probably be fine with it.
The guard's like,
Okay, I'll take care of it. Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Probably gag him and make him write down the names.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Try a sock.
the throwback.
Put it in your mouth.
There it is.
No. We weren't throwing back to that.
There was a throwback to that in the Gurgle Gurgle episode. We just...
There will always be throwbacks to
All right.
It's just so wonderfully creepy.
So you leave this room. You tell that to the guard. The guards go in and put shackles on his hand, and one takes his boot off as you close the door. And you head up the hall to where Bert Stormwanker's being held.
Yeah. I'm going to just go on in.
All right. So you go on in, and you see a squirrely looking dude. Sharp, pointy nose. His face is very thin. His features are kind of plain. But he's, he's got like a sharp, pointed face with a pointed beard at the bottom, like a goatee right at the bottom, just to make it even more pointy. And he is wearing priestly robes, but they are in no way. He's like the opposite of what PD was, right? So he's like sloppy all over. And like the robes aren't put together well. Actually, the robes look like they might be too big for him. The sash that's around is not tied very well. It's stained all over. He was eating a sandwich that had mustard on it, and he got some mustard on his hand as you walk in, and he just wipes it all over the front of his shirt. And he's like, "Oh, hello. Are you here to let me out?"
No, Bert. We're here to have a chat.
Another person wants to have a chat with me. Okay.
Yeah, when you're picked up with some stuff that wasn't yours. Where'd you get it?
I found it. It was sold to me.
I'm gonna walk over and close the door. Just stick my head out and look back and forth down, up and down the hallway, and then back in and close the door.
Stroke his cheek with.
You want to be a little more specific there, Bert?
I got it at the market.
Uorag, do you think you can help him remember exactly where he got it?
I'll curl around the table as a shapeshift into a large snake.
So, make your roll.
12.
Okay, yeah. So that's a very large snake with 3 moves. And so he doesn't like snakes. And as you start shape-shifting and curling, he's like, "Oh, no. And he like lifts his feet up on the chair and he tries to curl himself up into a ball to stay away from you.
I start curling around the chair like a constrictor style.
Help!
Flick your tongue in the back of his ear.
Don't like it. I don't like this.
So you were telling us where you got that stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Make a parlay roll to see how your intimidation's working here. Either you or Uorag can do it.
I'll let Uorag.
What's intimidation under?
Well, it would just be like your parlay, yeah.
Parlay. So, you have leverage on GM character and manipulate them. I'd say roll plus charisma.
Roll plus charisma. 5, 6, 7. 7.
A 7. What's a 7 do?
7. So on a hit they ask you for something and do it if you make them a promise first. On a 7 to 9, they need some concrete assurance of your promise right now.
Okay. All right, so I'll let either of you speak on behalf of that, but we can roll with that.
If you tell us what we want to know, I promise I won't eat you.
Is eating me really an option? Okay. All right. Well, I'm not really from the Church of Greyhawk.
Kind of guessed that one.
I'm from the Thieves Guild. My name's Boomer. And, I killed old Bert. And I took his robes. And, then I got up here and I was trying to steal some stuff from some important people, and I had some dealings with this other merchant guy. I was trying to move some wares. And, when I was moving the wares, the merchant tried ripping me off. Said he knew the houses and would report me back. And then he took the wares from me. And, well, I was kind of down on my luck with that, right? The merchant had just left and went back to the Bryn Mawr Dam with his team after robbing me blind. Can you believe that?
Of your stolen goods.
Well, but I'm in the Thieves Guild.
How
He's in the
dare
Merchants
he.
Guild. He's not even in the right guild. So, he stole my stuff, and then I saw this crate on this little boat. This little one-man boat. And it was empty. The boat, there wasn't anybody in the boat, but there was this crate, right? So I went over and I checked out the crate, and lo and behold, it was there. It was just chilling there. So, I thanked Loki, and I grabbed the crate, or, I grabbed stuff out of the crate, and I tried to recoup my losses. So then I took that stuff, and I tried hawking it back to the rich families that I had already stolen from, saying that I had found some magic items if they were interested in them. And then one of them had the audacity to arrest me.
How dare they? Was there anything, did you leave anything in that crate?
No, I took everything out of the crate.
Was there a scroll?
No scroll.
All right. I don't think
This merchant fellow you mentioned, what did he look like?
He gives you the exact description of PD Arsenal.
That's what I assume. Can't think of any other pressing questions for this guy.
Okay, I won't eat you.
And I'll uncurl from a chair.
You already said you wouldn't eat me.
Well, that was only if you told us, the answers we wanted. But there you have. So he's just confirming it.
Okay.
Then I'll slither outside the door.
Okay. All right. So you slither outside the door.
Well,
I'm gonna. I don't have anything else for him. I'm gonna head out too and close the door and tell the guards you can get him in a shittier cell.
Also, take that rope from him. That's not.
Yeah, that's not his robe. He killed the priest.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Oh, also,
he's just a thief.
yeah, he's part of the Thieves Guild. He could probably give you guys some information on hunting down the elements in the city here, so make sure to get that out of him. He doesn't like snakes.
And do what you want with him.
Yeah, come on, Paul. Let's get him. So big buff guy goes in there with Paul, and they grab him, and he's like, "No!"
What is that?
They both walk in with socks full of quarters.
Me, this drawer, and your balls. Something like that. Dragnet.
Well, should we go talk to, I've just blanked on his name.
PD?
Petey.
Yeah, we can go back to PD about that.
PD or Dean?
Well, we might want to talk to PD about the stolen goods, but yeah, I think we should probably talk to the Dean first. I think it's more important to track down whoever survived this fire and planned on escaping on a boat. Let's actually... Nah, we don't have any information about who would have been on the boat. I was going to say, maybe we should go talk to Verbal again real quick, but nah. Also, he's
Verbal's, yeah,
he's off being shown his friends. Yeah, let's go back to the Dean, I suppose.
So you head back up to Dean Smelting, and he's sitting there talking to two of the council members, two of the high illusionists, just kind of debriefing them on what you had said about Valley. But as he sees you come through the door, he excuses himself and walks away from them over towards you and says, "I hope you have some good news."
Yeah, well, we had some chats with the folks down there, and they're all pretty terrible, but PD Arsenal doesn't seem to be involved in this terribly. Now fill him in on what we learned, about Verbal being part of the group that robbed the place. We sent him over to get the bodies identified if you can. I don't know what kind of condition they're in, but Dean, are you sure there's only 4 bodies?
Yeah, I'm very sure there's only 4.
All right, I figured, but he was positive there was 5. So whoever the 5th one is probably the one that got away with the infinite page.
You don't think it's one of the other two, PD or Bert?
Nah. So Bert wasn't really involved in this either. Bert's small time. He's a schmuck. He killed some priest, took his robes, and he's just a thief. Did he say killed him or he just...
He killed him. His name's Boomer.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember if he said he killed him or if he...
Yeah, he killed the priest.
Yeah, he killed the priest and took his robes and identity, and he's just been using it to rob people. Matter of fact, he tried to fence some of the stolen goods with PD. But he just stumbled upon the crate on a boat, he said. He said there was a small one-person little dinghy with a crate, and here he was feeling, put upon because he'd lost whatever stuff he'd stolen because he's a schmuck. And went and peeked at the crate, and there's a bunch of magic stuff. He scooped it up, was trying to offload it, got arrested. So I don't really think he was involved with the robbery or the fire either, so much as just an opportunistic schmuck who happened to stumble across the goods afterwards. But that verbal Beauregard now.
He was part of the heist.
Yeah, he had a heck of a song to sing, that little birdie. I'm proud of that. Yeah, he told us he was part of the heist. There was a group of 6 of them, him and 5 others. Maybe it was 4 others.
5.
How did I just write it?
That's 5.
Heaven, star,
Evoker, yeah.
dust.
Yeah, and I'll give him the names here. So we're looking for a possible
Sunshine
evoker named
Ray.
Heaven Spacey. Also, Heaven Spacey might be our warlock.
Oh.
Yeah. Because this group, well, bears some resemblance to what we heard the warlock was traveling with. There is a fighter who acts as a bodyguard for Heaven Spacey named Star.
Is that the woman with the double-edged sword?
Yes.
She was among the bodies.
She was among the bodies.
Yep.
There is an artificer, large fella named Dust. A lockbreaker named Sunshine. And
Halfling.
a bard named Ray. The bard has a flute. If there was any flutes, lockpicks.
There was
that sort of
there
thing.
was a flute. Yeah, and we did find a person that had a lockpick set on them.
Halfling.
Yeah, a smaller body, yes. That one was burned pretty badly. The woman with the double-edged sword, she was run through with another blade. A long dagger, maybe.
Oh.
Her body was slightly burned, but not really that bad. The artificer, was that the big guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We found him sprayed with acid.
So it sounds like Heaven Spacey's our guy.
That would be the only person not accounted for
Yeah,
among the
seems
4.
Seems like.
So this boat that you mentioned with the crate of goods, it didn't have the scroll in it, though.
He said that he didn't leave anything in that crate. So whatever he was arrested with is what he got out of that crate. He said there was no scroll.
I think Siri said we would encounter the warlock here in town, though, didn't it?
That was Hobbs.
Hobbs said we'd catch up to him in town.
We catch up to him, so that implies that he's probably still in town, right?
Could
Yeah.
still be in the area.
You think your magic tabaxi told you would encounter him in the town?
Said we'd catch up to him in the Forsaken City.
Interesting. Do you think that boat might be of relevance?
Yeah, I think all that stuff was stolen out of the same place as the scroll was. I think maybe...
Probably waiting for the right time to head out.
Yeah.
Did Boomer tell you where the boat was located?
No, but we could go back and ask him.
Yeah, maybe that would be a good idea. Because it stands to reason if the boat was empty and it had some of the magical items in it, maybe
Who's Boomer?
The thief, the priest.
Bert.
Oh.
Maybe this Heaven Spacey character took the scroll with him, afraid to leave it in the chest and had to run a quick errand before departing. Maybe he's going back to the boat to try and flee.
Yeah, that'd be the guess. So we'll go back and talk to Boomer again and see if we can find out where that boat's at.
Okay.
If we can figure out where Boomer's at. And if he can still talk.
Yeah.
You're just walking in the car, hitting him.
Actually, where was he arrested at?
Larry Birdman, the residence, he went there. He apparently had stolen an item or two from there, some family heirlooms that they had, and then he left and then came back to try and sell the thaumaturgy lamaturgy to Larry Birdman.
And Larry Birdman comes up again. All right. Thanks, Dean. We'll get back with you. We got some more stuff to check out.
Okay.
There's Larry Birdman again.
Huh?
Which Larry Birdman was PD Arsenal's contact in town, right? When he comes, he's merchant. Larry's the one who moves his stuff, gets some things, whatever, right? And now here's Bert having robbed PD and then also trying to fence some stuff to him. Larry Birdman.
Yeah.
We might ought to talk to Larry Birdman at some point.
Seems likely. In the meantime, though, we should really probably figure out where the boat is, because maybe we
we
can
should
catch
track
him.
down that boat. Sink it.
Where's Boomer?
Yeah, we'll head back to where he was and see if the guards are around.
So your chat with the dean didn't last very long. You are heading down the hall, and you see, as you're going to the hall where they were being confined, you see way down the other hall, just about to turn the corner, heading away from you toward the actual city prison, right? You see the guards taking Boomer.
I'm gonna give a loud whistle. Wave at him to
Hey,
pull
it's
up.
us guys. They're back.
Yeah, we're back. One more question for this schmuck. Where was that boat at? Boomer?
What was that? Hey, you gotta come closer.
I'll go closer. No, I won't. I'm gonna illusorily amplify my voice. No, that's not a spell I have. I'll go closer.
Cast thaumaturgy?
yeah.
That's not illusion magic.
Nope. Where's that llama turkey now? I'm gonna head on down there and sorry, officers, I gotta ask this guy one more question.
Take your time, illusionist.
Sure thing,
Thanks,
Conk.
officer. Hey, Boomer, where was that boat at?
Oh, it's just off the west side. It's about half a mile down from the docks, from the western docks.
Larry Birdman, what's your relationship with him?
I met him through his son, Harvey Birdman.
Harvey Birdman, attorney at law.
And he just had some dealings with some clergy, and they had found some items that they thought might be impactful to the church. So once I found the robes, I thought maybe I could take advantage of that situation. Just some ancient texts and a couple relics,
Ancient texts and relics, huh?
Yep.
Where'd you find those?
Well, he found them.
Where'd he find those?
From the story he told me, he found them while he was in a cave down in the Enchantment Nation, doing a tour with his son. He's retired, but his son's been out traveling the area, and they found this cave, and they went spelunking, like birds do. Huh? And they found a cavern down there that was built up for the god Lu. So they wanted to grab it, and they thought that some of the stuff might have been as old as the Age of Chroniclers.
That's impressive.
So I stole it.
Of course he did. Then and PD Arsenal has that stuff now. The merchant.
Yes, he did. He took that from me. He stole it from me.
you.
Right, and he's not even in the guild.
Yeah. But he's friends with Larry Birdman.
Oh well, yeah, he was friends with Larry Birdman. Yeah, they do dealings.
Yeah. All right. Well, have fun in the dungeon.
Bye.
Get moving.
You guys have a good one.
Yeah, later.
So should we talk to PD again? See if we can get more information about Larry, or do you think that's a dead end?
He's going to be locked up for a couple days anyways. I don't think that's his time.
No, PD's
He's on a time clock here.
Yeah. He's
we almost
got
out
the
of time
imminent
already.
release here, yeah. I think we ought to talk with him.
Might as well make a quick stop.
Although with new information, perhaps we could extend that.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe levy some other charges to reset the 72 hours. Yeah, see if you can find out about the stuff that Bert brought him.
Okay.
Especially the ancient texts, specifically.
The ancient texts. Alright, so we'll go into CPD.
And while the fools head back over to CPD, we are going to head to commercial break.
Get ready for adventure with NPR's only actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast. KOSU brings you Red Dirt D&D, featuring the world's greatest role-playing game, including music and sound effects like a classic radio show. Join our seasoned Red Dirt D&D players as they take you on a thrilling adventure through the world of Dungeons & Dragons. Catch new episodes every Wednesday on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, as well as kosu.org, or listen wherever you get your podcasts.
And now let's get back to the fun.
All right, so you guys know right where he is. So PD's in there drinking his Goliath Rosé, and his cheeks are pink.
Rosé.
He's feeling very, very good right
Rosy.
now.
So I'll walk in just very friendly. Hey, Petey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
That wine's treating you good, huh?
The wine is treating me very well. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Do you have more gold muffins?
I do. I have a leftover gold muffin.
I would love a leftover gold muffin.
I'll give him the extra gold muffin. There you go. I never want you to do without. Listen, we've been doing some investigating, and obviously we're trying to get you out of here right now. Our bosses are asking us, though, to ask you some questions about something you may have acquired some ancient texts.
Oh, yes.
Listen,
The ancient texts.
I understand we're all businessmen. Nobody's trying to come after you for anything. We're just trying to search some things down and verify that they're not something else that we're specifically looking for. So if you could just give me all the information you have on them just to make sure. It doesn't seem like they fit the description, but we have to check all our boxes here.
They appeared to be ancient texts from the time of chroniclers, is what they look like from the date. There were a couple other magic items with them. My team acquired them. I think they were illegally acquired, and so we removed them from the thief and took them into custody to take back to the Bromraya household.
Okay, excellent.
Oh.
And your team has them now?
My team does have them now, yes.
Is your team still here in town?
They're at Bryn Mawr Dam.
Damn.
If you knew they were illegally acquired but not from the Brian Royal household, why are you taking them back there? That doesn't track.
The Brom Royal household catalogs many old and ancient items. They have a lot of vaults that they have.
Yeah, but they're not theirs.
Well, they will be able to identify who they rightfully belong to.
Oh, we know that. We figured that out. The thief came clean. We know who he stole them from.
Who did he steal them from?
Larry Birdman.
Oh.
Yeah, oh. Acquaintance of yours.
And you're certain he stole them from Larry Birdman?
Yeah.
Not
100%.
Harvey Birdman?
Nope, Larry.
Okay. Interesting.
Might have been Harvey. I don't know. Why do you ask that? Why would it make a difference? You're acquainted with both, are you not?
I'm not comfortable answering any more questions on this topic.
That does.
I think we gotta go talk to the Birdmans.
Yeah.
You guys can make rolls too. To like parlay or hit him. I mean, you could do it. Like,
You and me in this drawer. And your balls.
your balls.
I already poisoned him twice with the trust me juice.
Yeah. Well, but you haven't made any rolls to like use the trust me juice.
That's fair.
Use the trust me juice and the booze.
So yeah, I'll just
And the
go
drawer
and be
and the
like,
balls.
listen,
I'll use the mighty mighty backhand if I have to.
listen, Petey, I'm trying to do my best to get you out of here. I need you to understand that again, I can't go in depth here, but you have stepped in some shit that you're not prepared to deal with. You stepped in some things that, to be frank, the nation might be willing to go to war over. I don't want that to happen. I don't think that you're involved to that level. Please, just cooperate here. Let's get this cleared up. Let's get you out of here. I know you're not the type of person to do the things that we're concerned with, so we're trying to narrow that down, and you have information that could be helpful.
Stop
I would much
fucking
rather not
around.
see anything untoward happen to you. And like we talked about, these small-minded folks around here, they get a little
I'm gonna slam the drawer.
violent at times.
Well, Frank, listen. I would like to believe you. It's just go ahead and make a parlay roll to see if he caves or not.
Does 24 make it?
That's a 6.
A 6.
It's a 6.
Okay. Well, Frank, I would love to believe you, but you see, part of the problem is that the items were actually stolen by one of your high illusionists and given to Larry Birdman. Dean Smelting has been smuggling in magic items and filtering them through the Birdman household, family enterprises. It's devious, I tell you, devious.
Downright devious. Hey, Adira.
Oh, yeah.
It might be time to glow. Mr.
Really?
Birdman here is not wanting to cooperate, and well, here he is besmirching the good name of...
Time to go!
This isn't the Birdman. This is Arsenal.
Mr. Arsenal. Mr. Petey here. Not wanting to be too cooperative, and here he is besmirching the good name of our friend the Dean.
As soon as she says time to blow, I'm just going to blow. I'm just going to look at him and go, I don't want this getting damaged, and pick up the wine and go, and I don't want to get blood on me. And I'm just going to step outside the door and shut it.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
So at this point, Petey, we've exhausted your options, and you have two of them. One is to tell us everything you know about those items. Two is to hurt really bad and then tell us everything you know about those items.
Either you or Adira can make the intimidation roll. Parlay roll. Yeah. For her intimidating. I mean, both of you are in the process of doing it, but one of you make the roll.
I like, ooh.
What am I doing?
Plus charisma.
I rolled a 6. And the only skill I'm good at.
12.
12. Okay. Okay. Well, the magic items aren't stolen from the Dean. I made all that up. That was a lie. I'm sorry. So I've actually been working with Harvey Birdman, the son of Larry Birdman, and we've started moving magic items through the house. Stolen items we've been stealing from the other wealthy families here in the Forsaken City. We've been doing it for years. And we were trying to get some items maybe that were a little bit more valuable, and Harvey was confident that he could get into the vault with the items that belonged to Dean. And that's where he got those ancient relics that belong to Lou, or are, his servants from the Age of Chroniclers.
And this was before the fire? Well, obviously before the fire, but I mean, this was how long before the fire?
Maybe 4 days.
4 days?
Yep. I gave him some money for some resources. Harvey, this is. I gave him some money, and he was able to get a couple people and go in there and get the items, and then he came back out and he took the items home, and he was working with a clergyman there. Well, his father was working with the clergyman after he found these items. You see, Larry unintentionally uncovered the items that his son had stolen, and obviously put a bit of a curveball in there for us, because then he wanted to get them reviewed by a clergyman,
obviously,
who then stole the items, and then I stole them from him.
Now, you said Harvey had a team to get into that vault?
Yes.
Tell us about that team.
They were just a handful of people that I didn't really know them. He used one of my guys, but my guy didn't make it. He died. And apparently they were just some normal street toughs, some people who had been rejected from the School of Illusionists.
Alright. Well, Petey, you've not been terribly cooperative. You sure just did admit to a whole bunch of crimes, so, things are probably going to go bad for you. See ya.
No.
When they come out the door, I'm going to walk back in and set the wine back down and be like, I'm sorry that had to happen. It really is a nice hat. And I expected I'm going to take it, put it on my head, and leave.
My hat.
Not no more.
3 hats!
3 hats.
I love this job.
Not taking his shoes.
Just one.
I'm not going to wear it or nothing. I'm going to poop in it. Give it back.
Make him wear it.
All right. So do we go back to the dean with this information, or do we just go straight? I think we should go to the boat first, see if the boat's there. He says about a half mile west of the western dock.
Yeah, probably time sensitive, so yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that first. And then we'll stop at Harvey.
Yeah, that's a separate issue.
Yeah. I want to chat with them a little bit, see if anything, but mostly I want to see if that Heaven Spacey was one of the guys that helped Harvey get in originally.
So I will say, Larry Birdman's house is on the way to the Western Docks. So you could stop there on your way.
We could do what we always do and just send Uorag as a bird to check out the boat while the rest of us go there.
Let's stop at Larry Birdman's on the way to the...
I would love for Uorag to make a roll as a bird. It typically goes so well.
Yeah.
So well.
There's no boat, guys. In fact, there are no boats ever.
That's how you
Couldn't find the water.
guarantee a fight is Uorag goes off on his own.
I don't know how to flap these wings in this worm tunnel.
I flew too close to the water and a jellyfish stung me.
I tried to go for bird and end up with catfish.
Dumb fish.
Dumb fish.
All right. So yeah, let's head to Larry Birdman's.
Okay.
I see a giant cat.
No, he's an Aarakocra. He's a big old Larry Birdman. He's got blonde feathers, big poofy head feathers, but he's a pretty slim bird altogether. So he doesn't have like the big bird physique. He's just kind of got like that long,
a tall bird.
Yeah, tall bird, tall, kind of slim, but yeah. So he's there, but he's older. He's got some gray in his blonde, and he's molting. So
Someone take it off. I'm molting.
So you show up there, and he does have a bottle guard that greets you as you walk in or walk up, and he's like, "Oh yes, how may I be of service?"
Yeah, we're here to see
I know that voice.
Larry and Harvey Birdman. I'm illusionist Eddie Falzone.
Hi, illusionist.
This is the rest of the Second Breakfast Club.
Oh, Very good. Second Breakfast Club, Mr. Eddie. Please follow me. We are going to sit in the atrium.
Yeah, we're always high illusionists.
We'll sit in the atrium. Why don't you go fetch Larry and Harvey?
Wonderful. And so he directs you to where it is, and he gets Larry and Harvey and brings them back. And Larry comes down and is like, "Hey, how's it going? How you doing?"
Hey, Mr. Birdman. Eddie Falzone.
Little Birdman.
Got a bit of a sticky situation involving you somewhat tangentially. More like you've been kind of dragged into it or something here, but...
What have you gotten me into now? He says to his son.
Yeah, it was him, in fact.
Son of a... Your mother was an ostrich. Get over here.
And I'm gonna fill him in. So
But she had legs for days.
Word has you found some artifacts sacred to Lug and some ancient texts pretty recently, yeah?
Oh yeah, I had been working with a man of the cloth, one of Greyhawk's chosen priests. He had come here to help work through the value of the things. I thought it would be good.
Yeah.
He stole it.
Yeah, he was not a priest of Greyhawk. In fact, that man's a murderer and a thief.
A murderer and a thief in my house. Harvey, what did you do?
And well, he took those items to a merchant that you're somewhat acquainted with, in order to try to fence them, and that merchant just stole them from the thief. PD Arsenal, I think you know of him, yeah?
Oh yes, me and Petey go way back. Old drinking buddies.
Harvey, what's your relationship with Petey?
Oh, I don't do a lot with Petey.
I'm just gonna start spinning my ass.
Because that's not the tune that Petey sang.
Oh, I mean, merchants are liars, though, right? I mean, that's what they always say. Like, he's a used wagon merchant, right?
Yeah.
Starts to smolder a little
He
bit.
deal in wagons. Mostly deals in stolen relics and artifacts.
Eddie, just say the word. I'm heating up over here.
I think it's time to go.
Time to go.
All right, you guys want to make your intimidation roll?
Yeah.
I hate the smell of burnt feathers.
Yeah, 7.
A 7?
Yep.
Oh, all right. So he needs assurances.
He needs a concrete assurance.
Concrete
Mine would have
assurance.
been 10.
Look, I'll tell you what you want. Just like, I mean, I don't want to get in trouble, right? I mean, I was just trying to like...
Harvey, you know you're getting in trouble for this. We can't
man.
not get you in trouble. But I'll tell you what,
I
if you
promise
cooperate,
it won't hurt much.
Adira won't hurt you much.
And just tell them what you did, Harvey, you idiot. Bird brain.
Dumb bird.
You dumb bird.
All right. I mean, so there were some other guys, that are my age that are around town. They're like in the families, the big popular families, and they're always like doing stuff without me, and they don't include me. So I started, stealing things from their houses at parties, like vases and, like, I don't know, just random things that they wouldn't miss but would be valuable, and their parents would probably miss, and they would probably blame them for having a party.
But what about the stuff that you stole out of the vault?
Well, you see, that was kind of the thing. Like, once I got into the hang of stealing stuff, like, I just kind of wanted to just keep doing it, And so, like, the vault seemed really cool. I had never been in there.
So tell us about this, the team that you took with you to get into that vault.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I took a team in there. I just hired some street thugs, and I didn't go into the vault with them. They went in, and like 3 of them died trying to break into the vault. And apparently there were traps that they triggered, several of them. And then 2 of them made it back out. One of them was part of Petey's group, though, right? And one was one of the street thugs. And then Petey's guy tried taking the items from the street thug. His name was Alvin.
And Alvin got real mad and stabbed Petey's guy, and then Petey's guy got mad and stabbed him, and they just kept stabbing each other on the ground. They like were tussling and stab.
So everyone died but you? All the guys who went into the vault died?
Yeah, it was very unfortunate.
Do I believe him?
You're just laying on the ground stabbed.
I want to discern realities. Is this a motherfucker? That's a 10 on the dice for discern realities.
He is withholding information. Yeah, so the stabbing part seemed legit. The two guys stabbing each other was legit, but it seems like there might have been one other person that survived.
Right.
My intimidation roll was a 10, so can I get more out of him?
Yeah. Like, what do you want to know?
What are you holding back?
Oh, well, it's just... Okay, there was one person that lived.
Kevin Spacey?
No, Ray.
Oh, Ray.
Ray broke in with us, and they figured out all the ways to get into the vault.
Ray the Bard with the flute.
Yeah. Oh, you know Ray.
No, I knew Ray.
Oh.
How did you know, Ray?
Well, I met her at a bar.
Which bar?
Oh, you know, the filibuster?
The filibuster.
I could not think of a name. That was the first thing that came to mind.
All right.
It's they got like a mic night, and you just get up there and you talk for as long as you want. It's ridiculous. Open mic night.
All you do is just say whatever you want. Just stream of consciousness.
Yeah. Ray was allowed to play their flute there. It was wonderful.
All right. Listen here, Harvey. You're a schmuck. Larry, you been all right. I think we got to stop by the filibuster.
We should probably check the boat first. No?
Yeah, let's hit the boat first.
Boat first, bar later.
Yeah.
All right. So before you guys go check out either the boat or the bar, I think we should take a break.
This concludes this episode of A Fool's Quest. Join us next time for more fun and daring adventure. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, subscribe, review, and comment on your favorite platform to listen to A Fool's Quest.